Welcome to Discovery! Roll the intro, please. Welcome everyone to a special episode of Discovery. It's Christmas! Merry Christmas everyone. What better way to celebrate this joyous occasion than by diving into 10 brand new albums that have just dropped just in time for the holiday season. Yes, December is going strong with metal this year, and I've created a list of 10 albums that you should definitely check out this Christmas. Whether you're enjoying a delicious turkey or braised ham with roasted pumpkins and potatoes, or perhaps sipping on a refreshing cold beer to escape this fucking heat, we have the perfect soundtrack for your festivities. Now, I know that the majority of you are in the Northern Hemisphere, where it's winter and likely snowing outside. How fucking cozy. Meanwhile, down here it's summer and I'm sweating in every orifice. My ass crack is so sweaty at the moment, but that won't stop me from bringing you this special episode filled with fucking holiday spirit. We have 10 incredible albums to discuss, and some of them are truly outstanding. Holy shit. So before we dive in, I'd love for you to share your favorite discoveries in the comments below. Let's kick off this very first Christmas discovery and spread some holiday cheer through the gift of metal. To kick off Discovery for Christmas, we have a very exciting album. I've played this record so much over the past few days, and although there's no way it'll make it onto my end of year list, I still think this is one fun death metal record for 2024. The Italian band Becerus released Becerus, I don't know how to pronounce the name, but they released their entertaining death metal album Troglodyte on December 20th through Everlasting Spew Records. What can I say? This is just a grinding, fun death metal record, and the vocals are the main star here. The lead vocalist Mario Musumeci delivers an array of impressive vocal styles. There are times when his voice sounds like a fucking siren winding down, machine starting up, deep gutturals and high screams. He is incredibly talented. While there are some brutal death metal flavors present, much of the album leans towards an old school death metal sound, and I love the murky production that enhances the overall atmosphere. Every song is really good, and the way he fucking growls so fast throughout the album is impressive. What I find especially captivating is how unpredictable this album is. While listening, it feels like you're in the perspective of a killer ripping fucking heads off and slaughtering victims. The different characters Mario embodies are remarkable, creating the illusion of multiple vocalists when in reality it's just fucking one. You won't have to wait long till you hear his versatility. Right from the first few seconds of obfuscated by imbecility, you'll be drawn in by his charm. The riffs have a great groove to them, with really good guitar work and solid drumming throughout. Sulpicus Epiph Macagno slows things down after the chaotic progressive mental retardation, showcasing those manic fucking screams. Pathetic Bovine Humor is my favorite track. I love how catchy it is, especially the vocal work with that intro where he sounds like a car sputtering to life. Ooh, 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 ah, 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 ah. That's what he sounds like. It's a really fun, catchy album that I enjoyed from start to finish. However, it does lose a bit of steam and can become somewhat repetitive, particularly with the vocals. The soaring guitar solo with fat laughter is in absolute degradation, and the closing track, Grunter More, provide a great way to end off the album. Overall, I'm scoring this album a 75%. I can't give it a high score, but it's fun and features simple songwriting that works so fucking well, and the vocals are truly impressive. So 75 is what I'm giving Becerus. For the next album, if you decide to listen to it, you might want to have a shower ready afterwards. We're talking about the Colombian grindcore band Molecular Decay and their new album, The Disembowelment of a Pathological Factor Human, released on December 20th through Coyote Records. Take a listen. This is pure chaos. It's pure chaos. You know, I'm starting to appreciate grindcore more and more when Nails released Every Bridge Burning. I was amazed at how good that was. Molecular Decay takes heavy to an entire fucking level. I mean, it's brutally heavy. They seamlessly incorporate elements of death metal and grindcore, and this album is absolutely relentless. I didn't expect it to be this fucking heavy and disgusting. The lyrics are brutal and grotesque, matching the intensity of this fucking music. The guitars are just as nasty, creating a soundscape that feels almost fucking suffocating, and the vocals, they're not from this planet. Clocking in at around 24 minutes, it's slightly longer than the Nails album, but it possesses a very different sound. This is a darker and more brooding, and the more you listen to it, the more you find yourself getting drawn in. I can't pinpoint the specific tracks as my favorites because, to be honest, it all blends into a wall of sound for those 24 minutes, featuring manic screams and brutal death growls. The drumming is insane, with each song delivering a level of brutality that's hard to describe. You really have to hear it for yourself to make a final judgment. Did I enjoy it? Absolutely. It's one of the heaviest albums I've heard all fucking year. I had to take a shower. I'm not shitting you. I had to take a shower after listening to this album because I generally felt dirty. And I'm not fucking joking. The mix has a gritty, raw quality to it, and the production is murky, reminiscent of old school death metal. That dirtiness adds to the overall experience, making it feel even more visceral. With that being said, I'm scoring this album around 60%. I'm still dipping my toes into the grindcore scene, so I'm not sure if this is a good grindcore album or not, but I can definitely say it is one heavy album for 2024. We fly over to France now, where we discovered the black metal band Circles of Hell. They released a sophomore album, thus began the descent on December 20th through Lola Dali Records. I thoroughly enjoyed this album, showcases some truly impressive symphonic black metal. The album is tight and cohesive, and I noticed elements of death metal as well, particularly in the vocals and riffs at times. It's a chaotic album filled with melody, great drumming, and exceptional guitar work complemented by very impressive vocals. What I love most about this album is how it transports you straight in the fucking hell. The spiraling riffs, frantic tremolo picking, and manic vocals create an immersive experience that leaves no room for rest, no rest for the wicked. There's an unrelenting intensity throughout, and the orchestral elements amplify this sense of anxiety, evoking that feeling that something epic and perhaps catastrophic is on the horizon. The orchestration adds a grand and cinematic quality to the music, enhancing the dark atmosphere and creating a rich tapestry of sound that envelops you completely. Standout tracks like Minos and the Infernal Hurricane, what a fucking song that is. It exemplifies this blend of chaos and melody, with the Infernal Hurricane featuring heavy fucking riffs, even like thrashy type orientated riffs that are particularly captivating. The Resurrection of the Damned offers an interesting sonic journey with Plutus and the Styx and a muddy marsh of Styx providing a fitting conclusion to the album. The atmospheric depth is commendable, and while the production is polished, it occasionally veers towards being a bit too clean for my taste. Nevertheless, the melodies shine through, leaving a lasting impression for me. As a black metal fan, I appreciate the effort that went into crafting this album. Although it may not sound as organic as some other black metal releases, it still stands as a solid fucking effort. At times, the band reminded me of iconic acts like Dimmu Borgir and Emperor, particularly in their use of orchestration and complex arrangements. With that being said, I'm giving Circles of Hell's sophomore album, Thus Began the Descent, a score of 70%. It's a good album, but could have been even stronger with stronger songwriting. Some of the songs felt a bit lackluster and didn't significantly impact the overall experience or alter the album's landscape. Therefore, a score of 70% feels fair, and acknowledging both the album's strengths and areas for improvement. Yeah, so definitely check it out. We now cross over the no-go zone in Russia to check out the black metal band Ammanas and their new album An Evening in Silent Peace, released independently on December 20th. Now, if you enjoy epic black metal, this album is sure to resonate with you. I particularly appreciate the songwriting, the way the songs are drawn out. The vocals were solid but could have been fucking improved. Surprisingly, the entire album features lyrics in English. It's a feel-good album complete with all the bells and whistles you'd expect from epic black metal. And you know what? It's a good album to listen to on Christmas. Keyboards, synthesizers, epic percussion, orchestral elements. The sound of this album is massive. The production is good. While the album has an epic quality, it also maintains a raw, organic feel that makes the melody stand out. The closest band I can compare Ammanas to would probably be Summoning, as it captures that signature epic fucking black metal sound. Cullen and Brood comes to mind as well, though I would argue that Cullen and Brood is a lot more fucking heavier and more grandiose than Ammanas. There are some really solid tracks on this album. The melodies in the opening song, Under the Ashen Skies, are fucking captivating, and 1,000 Years showcases some really good guitar work. An Evening in Silent Peace is probably my favorite track off the album. It features an excellent orchestral melody and impressive vocals. Whispers of the Ageless is another strong song, though I would have preferred the final track to be a bit longer to provide a more satisfying conclusion. Overall, this is a good epic black metal album, atmospheric yet balanced with both brightness and darkness, making an interesting listen. I'm scoring it around 65%. I can't give it a high rating because it lacks replay value in my opinion. While the songwriting is good, it could have been a fucking hell of a lot better. This is their second album released this year, so if you like epic black metal, go check this out. It's hard to believe that children, I'm not kidding you, children wrote the next album I'm going to talk to you about. The US band Children of Nothing released their third studio album this year titled Inferno, independently on December 23rd. Take a listen. Now, I really enjoyed this album. It features death doom with elements of funeral doom. The riffs are crushing, and while the vocals are fucking monstrous, they could use some improvement. However, they are still very good, especially for an 18-year-old Maxwell Lafar is the main vocalist, and he has a deep guttural voice in most of these songs. To me, they are impressive, particularly at his fucking young age. Overall, this album is quite lengthy, running at 70 minutes, but it definitely doesn't overstay its welcome with 11 brooding and heavy tracks. The record includes both blistering and slow-paced guitar solos that sound fantastic. Although the drumming is apparently programmed, you can hardly tell. The sound is heavy and raw. The production is good, though not as clear as Mother Grave's latest album. The songwriting is solid. This band knows how to work with fucking melodies, and they do it exceptionally well. Gluttony is a fantastic crushing song, while Greed features those monstrous vocals. Heresy is one of the best outros off the album, and the melodies in this song are really impressive. Treachery surprised me with its opening, which dives straight into black metal with tremolo picking and blast beats showcasing oppressive black metal vocals before transitioning back into death doom and funeral doom. The Center of Hell is a 14-minute track that, to me, embodies the slowness of Funeral Doom. It bears similarities to bands like Pantheus and fucking Evoken, and it's fantastic. Overall, I can't believe this album was created by teenagers. What the fuck am I doing in my life? It's truly incredible. That being said, the vocals were good, but not great. Still impressive for his age, though. I'm scoring this album 75%. This is a solid death doom album, and I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. But yeah, check it out. Just check this out. Next up on Discovery, we're heading over to the US to check out the black metal band Gravethorn, who dropped their album Atrocitas on December 21st through Wormhole Death. Take a listen. Overall, I enjoyed this record from start to finish. It's a hard-hitting album featuring searing blackened vocals juxtaposed with demonic growls that really enhance the intensity throughout. The guitar work is impressive, showcasing a blend of fucking aggression and melody that will captivate you, in my opinion. The atmospheric quality of the album is particularly noteworthy. It creates a dark and immersive soundscape that pulls you in. The production is razor sharp, with everything on this album sounding really, really sharp. There's a pleasing fuzziness to the distortion of the guitars that remind me at times like Burzum's guitars that add textures to the overall sound, while the melodies stand out quite nicely. The self-titled track Atrocitas has a sound reminiscent of Marduk, capturing a similar level of aggression and intensity. The drums in Epic Battle are particularly noteworthy. They build a atmosphere of chaos, especially toward the end, where everything converges to create the sensation of a fierce fucking battle unfolding. Barbaric War Declared features some doomy, ominous riffs that still maintain a heavy presence, balancing darkness with power. Chris Conan's vocal style embodies the second wave of black metal, drawing comparisons to bands like Marduk and even Darkthrone, in my opinion. His voice reminded me of Legion, especially during those piercing screams. The melodies in Hymns of Forbidden Places are beautifully created, and the guitar solo is filled with raw emotion that truly resonates with me. Victory by Sunrise is a standout track, the longest on the album, and it is a true banger. The guitars are phenomenal, the drumming is excellent, and the vocal work is nothing short of fantastic. Creeping Death, originally by Metallica, is transformed by Gravethorn into a black metal fury song, and they truly make it their own. The rendition is impressive, though I know thrash fans might not appreciate it. It lacks the same hooks and presents a completely fucking different sound. I was like, what the fuck? Overall, the more I listen to Atrocitas, the more it solidifies its place as one of my favorite black metal albums of the month. I'm currently scoring it a 75%, but that rating could rise even higher by the end of the year. Don't be surprised if you see this album on my list at the end of the month. The Canadian death metal band Bleeding Remains released their debut album None So Fucked on December 20th through CDN Records. This is a solid death metal album, but I feel it suffers from being too short. The album doesn't even reach half an hour, which is below average for death metal. Most albums typically run between like fucking 35 to 40 minutes. None So Fucked clocks in at only 22 minutes, which is quite brief. That said, the album features some really good grooves, primarily drawing from old school death metal influences. The vocals are impressive. I particularly love the hi-fi screams, and the death growls are deep and intense. Each song is fun and energetic, but they are frustratingly short. Just as you're getting into one track, it fucking ends and moves on to the next. Are you fucking serious? I recognize that it's their debut album, contains some strong material, but I wanted fucking more. The guitar work is commendable, especially the groovy riffs in Damaged South. Cadaverous Inception is another standout track. The title track, None So Fucked, features doom-laden riffs that, in my opinion, pay homage to Autopsy. The album showcases caveman-style death metal vocals throughout, but the high-pitched screams add another layer to the overall sound. Massive Knife Decapitation is an excellent song, and just as it ends, I find myself wanting more. Final Exhumation is a strong death metal track with intricate guitar work that stands out. Overall, I enjoyed the album, but it lacked substance due to its length. Therefore, I'm scoring that a debut album 50%. If the songs had more room to breathe, the score would likely be a little bit fucking higher. But it's still a commendable effort, so go check it out. We're traveling all around the world this Christmas. Antumbra, a Romanian one-man band, released their debut album Days of Future Ravaged Lands on December 22nd through Loud Rage Music. This album immerses you in a world of atmosphere featuring soaring guitar melodies, blackened shrieks, and harrowing wails mixed with melodic flares and some solid songwriting. It would be perfect to listen to it on a rainy, cool day. The guitars are impressive, showcasing fantastic melodies throughout the songs. The vocals by Marius Ignatescu are noteworthy. I love his elongated growls and shrieks. The first half of the album is very strong, while the second half feels a bit weaker. A lot of the songwriting in the latter half didn't quite impress me. However, the first half tells a different story with intriguing songwriting, fantastic guitar tremolo picking, thunderous percussion, and unpredictable moments. Tracks like Forgotten, Rivers of Blood, and When Nothing Remains are all atmospheric and heavy black metal. Echoes of the Fallen is another fantastic song, and what's that instrumental called? Threnody. Threnody surprised me with how fucking epic this instrumental track was. It incorporated elements of atmospheric black gaze, and it was mesmerizing to listen to how grandiose it felt. As for the second half of the album, it was just okay but not great. Scars of a Dying World stands out, and I particularly love the outro. Oath to Chaos is heavy, but lacks the same songwriting prowess that the first half had. Silent Earth serves as a good way to conclude the album. The melodies are dark and brooding, and I have no complaints about the final track. But holy shit, that scream at the end, what the fuck? It's over a minute long. Don't know how he did that, overlay it or something, but fuck me, that was impressive. Overall, I'm scoring this album 65%. It's good, but unfortunately not great. And the second half, in my opinion, lets it down. After such a fiery start in the first half, I have no idea what happened to the rest of the album. But a 65% it gets, but that final few minutes on that album, whoa, it literally blew me away. It was fucking fantastic. For our first Christmas album, we head over to Greece to discover the gothic metal band Antumbra, who released their debut album Deus Profanis independently on December 25th. This is a strong album by the Greek band as they successfully mix symphonic elements, doom-laden riffs, and even death doom in some parts with their vocals. Seriously, this band at times reminds me of Draconian. The vocal delivery combines clean and harsh styles, which really elevate the songs. I particularly enjoy the growls featured throughout. The female vocals by Aphrodite, yes, what a name. Aphrodite, her vocals are angelic, reminded me of times of Simone from Epica? Yeah, sort of. Yeah, the clean and harsh vocals by Andres Denoir are fantastic. I love his clean singing, and in the heavier parts, his death growls enhance the songs significantly. Especially in Zephyros, which is my favourite track off the fucking album. The album carries a gothic atmosphere with clean vocals filled with mystique that I find utterly captivating. Luminous Childhood kicks off the album with excellent melodic riffs, great riffs, melodic hooks, and strong vocals, setting the mood for what is to come. The self-titled track is another standout, while Medea leans more towards like that death doom style and is absolutely fantastic. It's showcasing great blend of clean and harsh vocals along with a captivating guitar lead. The drumming is also quite impressive, with the production highlighting the percussion nicely. The mixing is well done, and the keyboards add to the gothic vibe. Medea is undoubtedly an epic track for Empty Mirror, featuring some eerie guitar solos that draw you in. And overall, this album has a very melodic quality that I enjoy. There's a nice mix of violins and clean guitars throughout the songs, along with great keyboard work, especially in Tristessa. the final track. I love the jazzy drumming on this, the groovy guitars in this song. The vocals are once again very fucking strong, and the bass work is quite prominent. And I love to see such prominent bass work on this album. The build up on this track provides a great way to conclude the album. Overall, I really enjoyed this album for your Christmas Day and for my Christmas Day. It is a solid debut, and I believe this band has the potential to grow significantly. And I'm not fucking kidding. I'm not kidding. Significantly. Perhaps not with this album, but maybe with the next one. They have the full potential to be the next Draconian. Some of these melodies are fantastic. I'm giving this solid 75% for the debut. The album is slightly short, running around half an hour, but the 6 songs are solid. Well, we had to change the main event of this Christmas discovery. I do apologize. I did say it was originally destined to feature Order of Nosferat's new album, but since it has yet to be released, since the fuckers haven't released it yet, on any platforms, I'm also talking about Bandcamp. Yeah. I had to seek out another album that was released just before Christmas. Our main event for this special discovery, for this special Christmas discovery, is none other than the Swiss black metal band Black Jade and their 9th studio album, White Hand Down, released independently on December 24th. Take a listen. These valiant musicians have journeyed through the realms of metal for over 20 years, consistently crafting remarkable albums. This is their first offering since Horizons, which was released, I think, back in 2021. Horizons was a fine creation that I believe I featured on Discovery back in 2021. As fate would have it, this album draws inspiration from the rich lore of The Lord of the Rings. It leans more towards melodic black metal than epic black metal, but it's quite folky as well. Yet it features an abundance of captivating keyboard work, impressive guitar riffs, and catchy melodies that will surely ensnare you. The album possesses a haunting atmosphere, particularly through the effects woven in the songs, which build dramatic moments with great skill. The production quality is commendable. All the vocals are unmistakably rooted in black metal. There are also delightful female clean vocals that add depth. They follow a familiar formula from their previous works, but this time it feels even more majestic. Wow, this Christmas tree is getting very, very hot. I am sweating, and this bloody thing, what the hell's this? It's burning my arm. The album cover is a sight to behold. That album cover. I adore it. The image of an orc's head impaled with a tower, which I'm assuming it's a Tower of Isengard, and it's fucking looming in the background, instantly signals a connection to Lord of the Rings. Once you look at the album cover, the Lord of the Rings lore, not to mention the epic dialogue delivered by Saruman himself in Dusk of Isengard. His voice echoes throughout the introduction, through your ears if you're listening to headphones on this.
We shall have peace. We shall have peace when you answer for the burning of the Westfold and the children that lie dead there. We shall have peace.
And I find the melodies in this song quite enchanting. In Echoes of Valor, you are treated to some impressive guitar leads, but I must declare that Dusk of Isengard is my favourite track. No, because Saruman is present. I love how they harness epic moments throughout this album. Nagaroth, who lends his black metal vocals, is truly talented as he narrates an epic tale through his blackened fucking shrieks. This album is undeniably melodic, yet it also delivers heavy, hard-hitting moments. They transport you through the treacherous lands of Mordor, right into the heart of battle between the elves and orcs, making me yearn to rewatch Lord of the Rings once more. are undoubtedly emotionally charged sections, especially in Dusk of Isengard, Rise of the Renewal. Oh, it serves as an epic finale to the album, featuring great riffs and melodic hooks and even fucking bagpipes, signaling a happy ending, especially with that keyboard melody and major guitar chords, like a new beginning after the chaos. I appreciate how many of the tracks on this album exude an upbeat spirit with exhilarating guitar solos, making it a truly enjoyable listen. Of course, this album may not resonate with everyone. Of course, people will think this album's quite boring, but it stands as a splendid offering for Christmas. I stumbled upon this album by chance. I am grateful for the discovery. I'm so glad I main evented this on Discovery. I particularly enjoyed the thunderous drumming in Gimbatu de Bertz, if that's how you pronounce it, accompanied by a stirring choir in the background, along with catchy melodic lead vocals that weave an excellent narrative. The pursuit of freedom is more folkier, but hard-hitting, infused with even flutes and juicy guitar solos with catchy hooks that will make any orc start dancing and fighting. With all that said, I'm scoring this album an 80%. It is undoubtedly one of my favorites of the month, a worthy listen and a fine substitute for the original main event. Well, Order for Nosferatu would have to be the main event for the next Discovery. Well, that's it for Christmas Discovery. I hope you've discovered some brand new fucking albums on the list that you're excited to check out. Next week, we will come to the end of this season. It's quite sad, I know. New Year's Eve Discovery will be the season finale. Discovery Season 7 will return in mid-January 2025, and from then on, we will resume until the end of next year. This season has definitely been the biggest one for Discovery, especially after the abysmal fucking last season in 2023, which I only had 3 episodes. Are you serious? This year, we've reduced 40 episodes. 40 episodes, which is insane to me. Next year, I'm pushing it. There will be over 50 episodes next year, including 2 episodes for the season premiere. You've been all kind to me. You've supported Discovery. So here's a present for you. Here's the new intro, the introduction for Discovery for next year. All thanks to the band Neosk, who made this year's theme possible. They've returned to create the 2025 theme. Take a look. Oh, I just love the new intro. Well, there you have it. That's your Christmas from me. I'm about to chug a whole bottle of rum now. Because, yeah, absolutely love rum. And I can't wait to try that rum and coke. Let me know what you discovered this episode. The New Year's Eve episode is next week. And the season finale. It's been fun. And I'll see you in the next one.